so many things to do before you go to sleep. If you sand bowl before you go to bed, then I think you can bind books in the morning instead of making breakfast. And you have the chance of selling something instead of digesting it. And also, if you bind books, then you can always escape dentists. I like to hammer down my bird of prey because I frothed at the mouth ever since my dentist glued my retainers permanently onto my teeth. They say they don't understand what I'm talking about, but I know I don't lisp, I just froth. I'm like a rabid dog, I guess. It's really, really hard not being able to communicate with other people, you know? It's like getting sand in your underpants. It just itches. No one there to scratch it. You can reach most parts of your body except for right there. But you can't have a dialogue with a hammer. You know, I just have to, hammer this out, put it on the chalkboard, make sure that I don't get in my underpants, and then one day I'll have somebody else scratching this itch. Get my bird of prey down, then I won't fly away in the night and go someplace strange like the bowling alley on the beach where I'm sand bowling against myself. It's just too dangerous. It's too risky. I'm gonna get that dentist too for malpractice because I don't lisp. I speak English. I just have to find a better way to communicate. I was thinking about placards. Who had, what are those things called? He had bread rolls for teeth. And his saliva had soaked into half the rolls and he was, sort of spitting it out all over his face. And I couldn't really make sense of what he was saying, but I knew he was speaking English. I caught a few words here and there. He said, bind books, don't eat them because you can sell them and then you don't have to digest anything. I don't know why I'm so different. I froth a little bit. I suppose my dentist was right, though. He really wanted to wire my mouth shut, but we reached a negotiation point, and I have a lot of time before I die to make friends and to get these out of my mouth. And I've only read 3 books. One is How to Sand Bowl, one is Romeo and Juliet, and the other one is it didn't have a title. It was like an instruction manual on how to put paper planes together. I think it was called How to Put Paper Planes Together. No. It was called How to Construct Paper Planes. Yeah, I didn't even finish it either because I got really bored and 3 of the pages were ripped out. The whole center was ripped out. And so I couldn't figure out how to put the front with the back. So it wasn't really functional. Wouldn't fly. I saw a dentist running down the street today. He was trying to glue this little boy's retainers into his mouth. Made me feel really comforted, sad but comforted, because that happened to me. And speech therapy doesn't help. I don't really lisp or anything. I just froth in the mouth a little bit, and it makes me feel like a bird of prey. And I don't even have sex organs, so it confuses a lot of people, and it's kind of hard to make friends in. And I will say that you can only go sandboarding if you hammer things out before you go to bed. If you don't hammer things out before you go to bed, then you're going to end up sand bowling. there's other things you can do before you go to bed so that you can sample, but the point is you want to find books so that you don't digest things, you sell things. Hammering down my bird of prey is one way that I try and, control my frothing in it. And then it gives me hope that people will start to understand me again one day, and maybe I can have a dialogue, because, having a monologue is okay, but it's like getting sand in your underpants, or it just itches, and then there's no one there to scratch it. It's right in between my 2 index fingers. But you can't talk to a hammer. I hope I've made myself clear. Ever since the incident with the dentist, people have been telling me that they don't really understand anything that I'm talking about, and it's frustrating because I know I don't lisp, I just froth at the mouth. Maybe even if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can come over and hang out and use my chalkboard or something, or you could do me a really big favor and bring some acetone over, because when I was building the paper planes, I used acetone to get off the glue if I put it in the wrong spot, and it burns through anything. And I think that I could get these out of my mouth, and then we could have a conversation.